Hi guys, it's Rose from the Philippines. Last time, my husband and I finally bought a van here in the UK and spent our first night in it. We quickly learned how desperately we needed ventilation. This week, from a quiet parking lot by a hiking trail, we installed a ventilation fan and took a little adventure. Let's get into it. He is going to put the fan there, but this is our area.
This is the fan that we purchased. It was only 150 pounds opposed to the Max fan, which we would have got. The Max fan is like 380 pounds here in the UK. So we opted for this slightly cheaper model, which is like basically half price. It's supposed to be pretty good anyway, so it doesn't matter. But this is the little fascia that will go up into the interior roof. And it slots in right here like that, and it can extend, you know, as close or as far as we need it. And then this is the little frame that I built. It goes around. Basically, it'll go up on the inside, and then the screws will drop down perfectly into the center of this once we go through the metal. And it just makes it really secure, and this happens to be the same height as the support bars that are across the top of the ceiling, so that when I do put all the paneling up on the roof, it'll be flush with this as well. This can go in, so it'll eventually look, you know, somewhat nice, I guess, if you like the white plastic look. Okay, so I'm just going to mark basically where the wiring is going to come through, and I think I'm actually going to have it like put a hole right about there. The hole comes through here, and I'll put it at a nice soft angle so that there's no stresses on the cables. Easily clear that hole, that screw. It's right about there. No worries there. As you can see, wire comes out. Screw goes in. Once we have this thing installed, I'll obviously review how well it performs compared to, say, a Max fan. I've never used the Max fans in the vans before, but in my old business we used the Max fan brand for all of our ventilation, and they are amazing fans. But you know, 400 pounds almost, 150 pounds, it's worth it. And if we don't like it, well, at least we have the hole already. We can always replace it in the future. I'm already tired. I haven't even begun. So I'm just starting my straight line. It's running parallel to across the van. So first I'm making a hole so that we can put our jigsaw blade into it. Hopefully it's big enough. So now I got these blades. Apparently this sheet metal is 0.88 millimeters thick, so slightly less than 1 millimeter. And this is supposed to be for 0.5 to 1.5 millimeter. I have my jigsaw blade fixed. Got a fully charged battery. I did make the hole a little larger by going like this, so that this could fit in there. I've got old man knees, so I have to do that. Alright, so I have 4 holes cut. I'm gonna have to do some refining here because this is a little too close.
We put the tape.
Well, I'm gonna put the primer primer around the edge, because you don't want this to rust once you cut into metal and it's no longer painted on the edges. Putting in this red oxide primer requires 2 coats apparently, and each coat takes a minimum of 6 hours.
We're
just going to use time lapse in reality to speed that up. Hopefully that works.
Tokbogo.
Hmm?
So
that was the first coat of the primer. It says we need to wait a minimum of 6 hours. We'll see about that.
So we need to wait for 2 hours to dry that sealed, what's that called?
It's just the primer, rust primer.
The rust primer. So we actually have time to have some tea.
And it is almost tea time, so it's very English of us.
Yeah.
So we're on a little walk right now. Right where we parked is basically a parking lot for a little walking trail.
Yeah.
And quite a lot of people come here during the day. But in the evening, it's only people that are staying overnight, I guess. Like camper vans like us. And it really does have to be a small camper van because the parking spot is so narrow. I'm sure we'll show you a little video of our little mishap in us realizing how narrow the bollards are. Basically, there's like 4 inches in total,
Yeah.
between these 2 bollards. And, well, we had a slight communication issue, but I was the one behind the wheel, so I'm responsible. And we put a nice little scrape on the side molding in the rear.
Yeah, and the lights got broken literally into pieces.
The little side running light got broken. Luckily, it's only 10 pounds to replace, but the molding itself is like 100 to 200 pounds.
Yeah.
And it's out of stock at the 100-pound rate. But then, you know, I'm going to see what I can do to sort of buff it out a little bit, and it's not that bad.
Yeah.
That's a nice justification for something ripping up. We probably didn't need that.
So we're going up now. Oh my god, I'm already tired. So bad. We have a gym membership, but we like to walk in nature than in going to the gym.
Yeah.
We probably just going to the gym just to, you know, take a shower.
That's the primary reason we signed up.
Yeah.
But, you know, once you're in there, you feel like a loser if you just go straight to the shower. So you have to do like a half-hour workout first.
Yeah. Like, yeah, go walking, treadmill. The first time that I do hiking, that's the worst. This is the second one.
You're like, what am I doing with this guy?
Yeah.
Why am I on this painful hike?
Yeah, like.
I should be by the beach, drinking a pina colada. You okay?
Yeah. There's another one here.
Yeah, there's a few right over here, look.
Wow, that's the bigger one. I like big.
She likes it big and juicy.
That is really good. So we are going up in a hill. The hard one is done. This one is like 5 out of 10. Whew, it's really tiring.
Alright, let's get back to work. While we waited for a second coat of red oxide primer to dry, we decided to install the external antenna for our Wi-Fi router.
Explain the Wi-Fi that we got.
Oh yeah, basically we have a router, a Wi-Fi router that accepts a SIM card, but inside the van, until we have windows and stuff, there's not very good reception. It's basically like a Faraday cage. It's all steel. But by putting an antenna on the top of the roof here, now we can reflect signal off of the roof, and of course it's exposed to the outdoors. The reception is like basically 200 or 300 times better.
The signal's like 100% outside.
And that little antenna only costs about 15 or 16 pounds. Definitely worth it. I'm going to try to do this without getting a bunch of metal dust in my eyes. layer of mastic tape. I doubled it up here because it's like more shallow here. And I put one layer here. And then once I drill in to the wood frame below, we're going to use the screws and it should pull it all together, hopefully.
It's almost 8 that we finished the fan, and this is how it's look. It took all day, but now we finally have fresh air in our home on wheels. Next week's video, we will be insulating the floor while we're on the road living in the van. Please let us know in the comment if you like this van conversion content or if you would prefer we focus more on travel footage. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye!